Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about Theodore Capitani von Kernitowski, aka Theo Von. To start off with his early life, Theo Von was born in Covington, Louisiana. He was raised by Gina Capitani and Roland von Kernitowski Sr. He had three brothers and two sisters growing up, and he completed high school at Mandeville. After that, he eventually went on to earn his undergraduate degree at the University of New Orleans. Moving on to Theo's brand, Theo is a stand-up comedian to start off with. He moved on to becoming a podcaster eventually, where he has one of the top podcasts on iTunes currently. He was a television personality at one point, becoming in variety reality shows, game shows, etc., just anything along those lines. And then he eventually became an actor as well, performing in some TV shows and movies. Moving on, to begin with his primary audience, the people who mainly watch him are between the ages of roughly like 14 to 25, if I had to guess. And mainly people who watch him are people who just like out of pocket style humor or anything along those lines of just being random and obscure. Because I've seen many people call Theo Von out of pocket with the things he says sometimes, as he just can be very random and it won't make any sense, but it just ends up being funny for some reason. For the awards and accolades that he's earned over his years. So Vaughn has been entertaining TV audiences since 1999 when he was on the Real World / Road Rules Challenge franchise. He eventually rose to fame on season 4 of NBC's Last Comic Standing, winning the title of Last Comic Downloaded. Eventually, he was known as the creator of the term crank texting, which was featured on College Humor, and he was featured in Comedy Central's Reality Bites Back. And finally, he has hosted the Comedy Slideshow podcast, which has consistently been one of the most downloaded video podcasts on iTunes. So, how Theo contributed to American humor? Vaughn has contributed to American humor by performing various stand up skits and podcasts with his kind of surreal humor. Like I said, it's just being out of pocket. And he pretty much popularized that aspect within the American humor world, I guess you could say. But yeah, he pretty much just popularized it a lot, as he's probably one of the top surreal comics, if you would say. But to start off with, I have a clip here. I thought it was pretty funny. It's just a short little clip, and I thought I should add it.
I'm drinking like Monster energy drinks sometimes, which are like piss magnets. They're delicious, but they make you want to pee.
Make you want to beat your wife too, dude. I've seen a lot of dudes drinking Monster that you know they're going home to punch.
I'm drinking like
Like I said, with being out of pocket and just random, like you saw in that video, he was talking about a monster and just a whole different topic, and then he brings up how it leads to you beating your wife or something like that, and it's just totally random and obscure, and that's why a lot of people find it funny in a way. Moving on to the next clip, this is one of his first performances, or not one of his first performances, but more one of the performances that kind of blew him up, as it has a ton of or views on YouTube. So I thought I should add this. So let's watch.
Thank you, Nature Made, for seeing that life is a little chaotic and creating new targeted blends to help. So when our sleep, stress, and immune health are thrown off, new Nature Made Well blends can help us find balance.
So, I grew up in my neighborhood. We didn't have a lot of diversity in my neighborhood. Diversity is always people's talking about it. And we didn't have it. You know, my neighborhood was poor black, poor white. That was our neighborhood, you know. So I didn't feel any white privilege. I know some people had it, man, you know. I knew some motherfuckers with sweaters. But I was 2 tank tops in the winter, okay? And I just didn't feel it, you know? I wish I'd have had some white privilege, dude. Sign me up. But I didn't have it, man. It was just poor black kids, poor white kids, man. And my poor black friends would always be like, man, look what you did to us. And I'm like, dude, do you think I would do all that shit to y'all and then move right next door, bro? Now, we gonna split this plum or not, dog? We're in this together, man. It was hectic sometimes. Fighting with black kids is tough. I don't know if you ever fought a bunch of black dudes, but they win. They win, dude. Dude, I got jumped one time after a football game by 5 black dudes. I don't know if you ever fought 5 black dudes at night. Just imagine you're fighting 5 black dudes, right? Now close your eyes. Now how many black dudes are you fighting? As many as your imagination can hold. And white kids are horrible too, man. It was just in poverty. It's just that's what's going on, man. And if you're a black guy and you feel like that's racially insensitive, then imagine you were fighting 5 white dudes in a cloud. Like, damn, this cloud is aggressive and accurate.
No. So yeah, as you see in that clip, just being pretty funny and pretty surreal, just being out of pocket, that kind of stuff. That's pretty much what you saw in that. Thought it was pretty funny. But to wrap it up, that's pretty much what I have about Theo Von. He contributed a lot to the surreal aspect of American humor, just popularizing it a ton over the years, over the past almost 20 years now. So yeah, that's all I have, and this is my works cited. Thank you for listening.